Hey everyone, welcome back to my tutorial on AvP mapping. In this tutorial we're going to go over adding a sky and a skybox to your map. So what I'm going to do with this is there's a ceiling everywhere here, but I want to show how to get a sky through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a particular flag here. So what I did is in texture mode, go to the select your texture, right click, go to flags, add, not visible, and that's going to make this this particular ceiling tile invisible. I want this to be kind of like this shaft that peers out to the sky. Alright, so now that we've done that, and what you would do is if you just have an open space, then you don't need to do that, but if you're enclosed, then you would either remove the polygons or just make them invisible. Now, because I don't want the alien to be able to crawl outside, we do want that to still be enclosed, but we just want it to be invisible. So we're going to exit out of this, and then we go over here to strategy. There are a number of ways to get to this part of Intang. It takes a second to load, and then we get back over here. What we're going to do is we're going to click Mode, now that we're in the strategy mode, and click Module Flags at the top here. And then select these modules, right click, go to Add Flag, Sky Visible. Alright? And then you can see over here that it says flags for these modules, Sky Visible. Now you can deselect them by holding Shift and then dragging it through this. Then when we want to see if this has actually worked, we would do View Flag, Sky Visible, and then all the stuff we just set should appear highlighted over here in orange. Okay, and then of course you have these commands over here if you want to remove them again, but we're not going to, we're going to just save. Now the reason why we have to set this is you have to specify which modules in particular look out to the sky. So the reason why we set this all is because you could potentially crouch over here and look out. Now when you're standing over here, that wouldn't be the case. But anyway, that's why we did it like that. And now we're going to go exit, and we're going to check this in game here. Okay. So now you can see that this polygon is invisible, and you can see the sky. You can't see the sky anywhere else because it's all one big enclosed area. But I like that this is this looks out like this. Okay, now a couple of things. We can make changes to the sky, and the way we do that is go to ccamain, load the map, go to Edit, Environment Settings, and this over here changes the sky color. So by default it looks like this, 200 in each value. If you want to look red, you'd set it like maximum value is 255, I think, and then 0 and 0. What I'm going to do over here is I'm going to set it actually to 20, 20, 20. This is just going to be dark gray. So you hit OK, save, close out of ccamain. Then we're going to check. Okay, so now this looks a little bit darker. Right. Okay, so this is the default sky, but we just have changed the color. The default sky has this cloud texture that just kind of is slightly animated. It just kind of drifts over. It's I think it's a layered texture. So we have that over there. Okay, now there's a second kind of sky you can have, which is just a starfield, like Subway's sky. And the way to do that is you go to Edit, again the same thing here, then you just click Stars. All right, and then the RGB values don't matter when you do that. because it's just going to make it a pitch black sky with some stars. I'm going to check this one more time. Okay, and then you can see this looks out over to this. Okay. So that's how you would add a regular sky, and I highly, highly, highly advise if you're going to do a sky that you do it this way, that you use the default sky. Now, if you want to be adventurous, you can add your own sky, and that is what I did in a different build, which is not going to be the main one that I'm working off of, but it's one I wanted to show anyway. Over here, I've made a skybox. This is the wireframe mode. So the skybox surrounds the map. Okay, this is textured mode again, and I have made the roof tiles here invisible, much the same as how I did it with the single one over there. And if you do it this way, you're going to need to set these walls, set the boundaries of the skybox. Right click, go to flags, add no light. I've already done that here. The reason why you want to do that is because you don't want these to be contingent on the light sources within the bounds of the map. You want them to be self-lit. So you want this to be this exact color. You don't want to have to light it up. So again, this is a custom skybox. This skybox in particular is from the Dusk map farm from Endless Mode, which Krako and I worked on last year. So I just brought the textures into the map, created a skybox which you can easily do in 3ds Max, and now we're going to check out what this looks like in game here. Alright, so over here you can see that this building now has no roof, but you can look out to the sky. So I showed a little bit more of this so you can see how the skybox functions. The Dusk map, the map Dusk Farm, which Krako and I worked on, as well as AvP2, A Lesser Fate, both have skyboxes. So you can take a look at those, but in general, most maps don't have skyboxes. They make use of the regular AvP skies. But yeah, that's how you would get this to work. There's one downside to the skybox, which is that very often you can see the corners. So you can see it a little better when I backed up like this. So like right where those corners are, you can kind of see. So it doesn't look the best. But if you really want to, you can add a skybox around your map. Alright, well anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.